A warm good morning to you all. It's 7 a.m. Thursday, October 10th. I'm Errol Barnett, and we continue to follow the breaking news out of Florida. Hurricane Milton roared ashore on Florida's Gulf Coast overnight. The storm has since weakened to a Category 1 as it makes its way across the state, but it has already caused severe destruction and at this hour, an unknown number of deaths. Storm surge pummeled the coast in Venice, Florida, where streets turned into raging rivers. Water levels rose several feet high and moved with a swift current. A house fire also erupted there, burning out of control for some time. Milton's outer bands created, get this, at least 20 tornadoes across central and southern Florida. Those twisters tore homes to shreds from Fort Myers to Fort Pierce and may have caused a number of deaths. And Milton's winds were so violent they ripped apart the roof of its Tropicana Stadium in St. Petersburg, and dozens of first responders were actually sheltering there. You can see parts of the roof completely torn off, exposing stadium lights and the inner workings of the baseball field that is home, typically, to the Tampa Bay Rays. Milton made landfall around 8:30 p.m. Wednesday as a dangerous Category 3 near Siesta Key, which is just south of Sarasota. Nearly 3 million homes and businesses are without power this morning. And now as Milton moves east, inland areas are dealing with high winds and they're bracing for more flooding. Some areas have already launched recovery efforts, but storm surge is still a threat. Hurricane and tropical storm warnings remain in place for much of the state. We begin with CBS News correspondent Cristian Benavides in Tampa, who has been up all night and throughout all of this. And I know it's early, Cristian, but what is the situation from as far as you can see it?
Errol, good morning. Well, it appears that in the Tampa Bay area, this has primarily been a wind event. I mean, you saw what happened at Tropicana Field. There are also reports of a crane that collapsed in St. Petersburg, about 30 minutes from where we're located. The bridges into St. Petersburg remain closed this morning as they're trying to assess the damage. I mean, it's sort of a wait and see once the sun is up, getting a look at what sort of damage the storm caused. Here where we're located, we're on Davis Island in Tampa. To give you a sense of where that is, if you'll recall that viral video of the floodwaters going up against the floodgate at Tampa General Hospital, we are right around the corner from that. All of this debris is left over from Hurricane Helene, and there was just so much concern that the debris could potentially clog up the storm drains. But as you can see, the drains here in this part of Tampa are working. That is good news for this community that was just absolutely destroyed by Helene, in the sense that so many people lost all of their personal belongings, which are out on the street. Now, the major concern is Milton made landfall about an hour south of us, and we know that south of the eye is where you see some of the devastating storm surge. Down there, you've got communities like Fort Myers Beach, you've got communities like Sanibel Island, which 2 years ago were absolutely decimated by Hurricane Ian. So many of those communities are still rebuilding. I've been going there since Hurricane Ian. I know that they're working hard to rebuild. So hearing that Milton may have had an effect down there is just truly heartbreaking. At this point, as I mentioned, it's a wait and see. Once daylight is here, we'll see what sort of damage Milton left behind.
The next 30 minutes, daylight will be there in about 30 minutes. Cristian, thank you very much. Continue to stay safe. Let's turn to CBS News national weather correspondent Rob Marciano. He's in Sarasota, Florida, much closer, Rob, to where this storm made landfall. Tell us about what you experienced and what you're seeing.
Well, we're finally experiencing some calm. I mean, the winds really just calmed down about 2 or 3 hours ago, Errol. We were in the thick of it, obviously, last night when this thing came on shore. Not too far from here, about a half a mile just to my west is landfall Siesta Key. That road and causeway has been blocked off. We talked to the police down there. They say that they've heard that there's some cars that have been floating in some of the storm surge there. But, you know, until sun comes up, we can't get any sort of confirmation of that. But we can show you this. I mean, this is a massive pine tree that came toppling down in those winds, measured over 100 miles an hour here in Sarasota. So, I mean, luckily for this area, there's not a whole lot of these tall pines here, very shallow-rooted trees that don't do well in the wind, as we saw in Helene up there in Tallahassee. you know, all in all, downtown Sarasota is not that bad. Matter of fact, there's some areas that have some power. This house does not have power. Not sure if the residents are there. Most of this area, they did evacuate wisely because of the severity of the storm. I mean, Cat 3 coming in, and at one point, Errol, a Cat 5, just terrifying stuff. This storm had it all. It had obviously the storm inundation, flooding, the storm surge, especially down south here. I heard you talking about Venice. We're going to go down there and check out, see what that cleanup is like. We had the heavy rainfall and the flash flooding north of Tampa and Orlando. We had the extreme winds here and in Tampa and all that damage in St. Petersburg. And then on the run-up to the storm, we had all those tornadoes that touched down in the south central part of the state. So really a storm system that encompasses it all.
Yeah, and we should be completely transparent with our viewers. This is our first look as our correspondents step outside and assess the damage where they are. But it may take some time, Rob, especially when you consider this hurricane kind of dodged slightly south as it made landfall. How long do you think it will really take before we can truly assess the full extent of the damage from this storm?
Well, the good news, Errol, is that the storm now, the center of it's off the coast. It's already going across the entire peninsula of Florida. So it's still getting some rainfall, some wind in like Daytona Beach along the Space Coast, but the center is offshore and will continue to go offshore, and we're done with it. So the weather should be fine as far as recovery efforts and any sort of rescue that may have to happen this morning, and sun up here in less than an hour. So we'll have a good grasp on it, I think, today and tomorrow as to what kind of headaches we have to endure really in the weeks and maybe months to come.
Yeah, and power outages and some communication issues in the meantime. Rob Marciano, thank you very much. Now, Milton passed right over central Florida, dumping heavy rain and, of course, blowing dangerous winds, perhaps picking up debris even from Helene. Sebring, Florida, is right in the middle of all of this. And John Shoop joins us now on the phone. He's the mayor of that city. Mayor, what can you tell us about your early assessment in Sebring right now?
It's not good, but it's pretty good. You know, it's been riding through the city, and we've got a lot of tree damage, not major tree damage that I could see so far, but there's limbs laying all over. We got pretty heavy winds. A lot. I think this was a harder hurricane than what we've ever had. So, but we've got some water issues, but that's being taken care of by our city crews. And I think they're mainly busted pipes that trees pulled up for residents and that stuff. But all in all, we made it through. Power is out for the whole city, but we're moving forward.
I'm relieved to hear that level of confidence, at least, as you still gather information. There are power outages. Hopefully people, I know Floridians are used to these types of storms, and they've got their battery-powered radios, and perhaps they can hear you now. What is your guidance for people who are waking up and feeling as if, wait a minute, I think I made it through this thing, but I don't know about my neighbors and other people in town? What are you telling people to do this morning?
We tell people to make sure you're safe first. Personal safety is it, and just to hunker down, I guess you'd say, and be careful. Don't go out on the roads. Our first responders are out there assessing the damage, so if you don't have to travel, don't travel just to sightsee, just stay home. Do check on your neighbors, especially we're an elderly community, and please check on your neighbors if you're able to do that. If you're running a generator, make sure it's outside. Make sure you turn your main power off to the main power, because if that comes back, it'll blow your ceiling fans off the ceiling. So just be careful what you're doing out there.
And considering you do have a fair amount of elderly people in your town, what's your biggest concern right now?
Our biggest concern is just being able to get to them. If there's, our 911 system is fully operational. And so if somebody does need help, is to call that number. But that's the biggest thing, is now that making sure the roads are clear so our first responders can get to wherever they need to get.
All right. I hope you get nothing but good news today. I appreciate you waking up and filling us in on damage so far. Mayor John Shoop, thanks for your time.
Thank you. Y'all take care.